Hi friends, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about analytics and data science project roadmaps. There's 4 things we're going to talk about. First, what is a data science project roadmap? 2, why do you need one? 3, how do you use it to actually be successful? And 4, how can you learn more? The single most important skill that you can learn as an analyst or a data scientist is how to create these project roadmaps. This is the skill that's really going to give you an edge over other candidates if you're applying for a job, or just in general if you're trying to accelerate your career. This is the secret sauce that's going to get you there. So if you've been struggling to have success with your analytics and data science projects, or if you're looking to enter the field, this video is for you. All right, so let's get into it. What is a data science project roadmap? You use it in the early phase of a project when you're first getting the project or somebody has requested the project and you want to create a roadmap that's going to take you from the problem you're solving initially all the way through to data collection, analytics, results, presentation, a pilot study if you have it, deployment, evaluating the impact. It's an overall roadmap for your project. So these are some examples. You don't need to be fancy, but you do need to actually think through each step. So basically a project roadmap, it goes through the key steps of your project. If you want a free template, I'll have it linked down below where you can download it and try to fill it in for your project. So 2, why you actually need it. So the reason you need it is because the largest reason why analytics and data projects fail is because there's just so many options and so many of them are bad. So if you think of all the ideas that come, I would say like 90% of them are terrible, and only about 10% you should actually pursue and invest your time and energy to actually do those projects. You're using a scoping process, and part of the scoping process is this roadmap. As you're filling in your roadmap, you're going to start seeing holes and gaps in it, and you're going to realize this is not good. It might be data problems. It might be that the data you have doesn't actually answer that question, or the results you would get wouldn't actually answer the initial problem that you're having. So another reason why it's important is because you're actually going to use the completed project roadmap to pitch your idea and your project proposal to stakeholders and collaborators. So it gives you a real structured way to cover all the aspects of your project. And then the third thing that's helpful is it helps you set expectations. What's going on in this project? What are the key phases? What timeline do you have for each phase? In general, how long is it going to take? Then you want to present it to stakeholders and see how they respond. And only then you would move forward and do the project if everything looks good. So third point, how do you actually use it to have successful projects? So first of all, you need to make it. And so again, as I said, I'm going to link a free template down there that you can access and you can use it to fill in your own project. The second step is it should be part of your scoping process. That means you have your initial conversation with them where you say, what are you looking for in the project? Or they come to you and they're having a problem and you get details about the project. You then use that information to start filling out your project roadmap and getting a sense of how long would it take, what data points would you use, and that is a way for you to vet a bad idea before you start doing it. So you don't need to waste 3 weeks or 3 months or 6 months doing a terrible project that's not actually going to go anywhere. Just when you take 30 minutes to fill out a project roadmap, you're going to see that it's actually a terrible idea, let's not do it. Or you're going to get a green light that, hey, this is cool, we've got everything that we need in place in order to move forward. And you may not be able to fill out everything. So there may be parts where it's your TBD or it's a little bit blank, or most importantly, it's areas where you want their feedback. So I'll talk about that in a later video, but you want to build in places where collaborators and stakeholders have an opportunity to give you input and feedback. So basically, you're going to meet with them initially, get the information, generally what do they need in their project. You're going to work on your draft yourself and fill in as much as you can and hopefully leave some gaps for them to give input. Then you'll schedule a meeting to talk about it with them. You'll present your ideas, your project roadmap, what you anticipate, and then you'll have specific windows or pockets where you need their input and feedback. And then hopefully everyone's on the same page and you move forward. So the other thing I would say is you really want to try to stick with it. Part of this will be a project timeline, which will be associated, and you don't really want to deviate from it unless you absolutely have to. And even then, if you can anticipate it ahead of time, you can let them know and they won't be a surprise. So it helps in the proposal pitching phase. It helps you when you're running the project and you need to keep everybody updated. But then it's also helpful at the end when you're presenting, like what happened, what did you do? It's just incredibly, incredibly useful. And analysts and data scientists that learn how to do this successfully are just going to see vastly different outcomes in terms of the success of their projects, the portfolios they're able to build. So how can you learn more? So as I said, there's a free template below. You can look through it. I really encourage you to fill it out. And I could even make a video later where I go through it. You want to take your project and you want to squeeze it into that template, and it'll really help you plan your project if it's going on. Whether you have a current project or something you're thinking of doing, or even going backwards to just kind of see, does this tool help you? I really encourage you to fill it out and see if you can. And if you have questions or comments or anything, then please leave them down below. I'll definitely try to respond. I'm interested to hear from you guys. What would be helpful, what questions you have, or what future videos you'd like to see. I'm just here to help. So you guys let me know. All right, bye.